Hey everybody, Iron Gate just dropped some new development news. We got the Mistlands and they're already well on their way working to the Ashlands and some other things on the way to the Ashlands. So they released a development blog and it says quests and concepts. Quests and concepts. Well, let's get back to this word quests towards the end. So they just talk about not having done any development blogs lately, and they thank us for, helping them with the Mistlands testing and then getting the Mistlands feedback so that they could tweak things as needed. Okay, but now to the future for real. Here we go. Our next big biome update is going to be Ashlands. There you go. Ashlands confirmed, which we already knew. Jonathan told us on our podcast. And we have begun with the pre-production of that biome by creating some concept art and trying to work out the feeling we want for the biome to have. It will be quite different from what we're all used to, given that the Ashlands is a large chunk of land at the far south of the map rather than small islands spread out over the world. When it comes to development itself, there is something we would like to do very differently this time. With the Mistlands, we were very secretive. Yes, they were. This is great for those who want to discover as much as possible for themselves, which is the main reason why we kept so much hidden. It's also not very transparent. Therefore, our ambition with the development of the Ashlands is to show you a lot more of the process. Pretty cool. I like that, although not knowing is good too. So they go on to say this will mean you will see things in their early stages and maybe even things that won't end up making it into the game at all. But you will also hopefully have a better understanding of how far along the development has gotten. We'll try this out for the Ashlands development period and see how it goes. And we'd like to start off right away by showing you some enemy concepts. Okay, if you're really opposed to spoilers, you probably don't want to see this image that they just posted. It's a concept art of the enemies coming to the Ashlands. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Ba-ba! The Charred. Check them out. Yeah, we got undead here, and we've got one-handed sword undead. We've got 2 short swords or long daggers. And look, this skeleton has skeletons on its shoulder and like embedded in its chest. That's an awesome design. And then some kind of mage, necromancer or something skeleton, also with skeletons in its shoulder and in its chest. I love how they glow red in their bodies. It'd be really cool if the design comes close to that. Okay, yeah, so the Charred, new enemies proposed, but remember, as they said here, they say that some things may not make it into the into the game, but they just want to show you what they are working on and what they are developing, and I think that's kind of fun. I personally don't have a problem seeing stuff as it's being developed, but I know some people do. So, you might want to avoid these if that's the case. Okay, next up, they have Morgan. Oh, check that out. Its back legs just look like some kind of bony spikes. And look at its mouth. 3 skulls for the upper teeth. Wow, what's an awesome design. Yeah, I love that. That is wicked. That's very Cthulhian in my opinion. Okay, so they go on to say, as you might be able to guess from the images, our current design vision of the Ashlands is that it's a land of the dead, as well as a place with quite a volcanic nature. Really looking forward to exploring the concept and finding out where it'll lead us, and we're excited to have you along for the journey. If you're interested about the Ashlands taking so long to develop, you can rest assured, or if you're concerned about the Ashlands taking so long to develop, you can rest assured that we have some fun things planned for you between then and now. Something you already know is that Valheim will get an Xbox release, but we have also talked about adding some new difficulty settings. Yes, so many survival games that have been in development, longer than Valheim have difficulty settings so you can tweak what's there and play, a little easier if you, if you're not a big on combat, or if you really like to challenge yourself, that would be awesome to get that. And we are working on something which we are currently calling Hilder's Quest. Now notice that quest doesn't have the S on it. It's not quests. It's just one singular quest. But while the programming and QA folks were busy working out the final bugs of the Mistlands, our artist got creative and designed some brand new clothes for your characters, which became the start of this little update. The clothes might still get further changes, but we think they're looking pretty nice so far. Check this out. They're already in a version of the game that they are testing, already fully made up. Look at that. Some fancy clothes to wear when you're back at your village and hanging out with others, or you're not in your combat gear. You don't need combat gear. Cool. See, I looked around too. I didn't really see any other spoilers in this image. But we do have new clothes. Okay, here we go. Hilder's Quest will also have some other fun things, like an additional NPC, the eponymous Hilder herself. So we're going to see Hilder Quest as a NPC, and not quest or quests as in we're going to get someone who gives us quests to run around the game to do tasks like you might see in an MMO. And while quests would be fun, I'm not sure if they're alluding to the fact that we're getting quests. I would say no. I think that's just the NPC's name. And a way for you to restyle your existing character's hair. Don't worry though, an update like this won't be taking any significant time away from development of the Ashlands. Due to the nature of games development, not everyone can work on the same thing at the same time, and working on something like Hilder's Quest will ensure that the Ashlands pre-production can proceed while the team works as efficiently as possible. They talk about wanting to improve accessibility. It's way overdue, especially for those who have disabilities. Send them an email and they'll look for solutions that will fit you. And I've got some builds of the month here in this post. Pretty cool log cabin there. And this dragon looking house. Wow. Lots of fun detail on that. And then this nice marble stone bridge house or cliff house. But yeah, so check this out. We've been talking a lot about getting, some kind of just like clothes and outfits for the game. Because basically you have to always walk around looking like you're ready for battle. This will make for some fun festivities. We got Morgan. We got the Charred. Very wicked, very Cthulhian. I love it. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments. This stuff is exciting. Do you want to see these? Do you like this transparency? Or would you rather have as much as possible hidden until you experience it when the game, when they finally update the game? All right, let me know in the comments. And if you need a gaming server, you should check out my sponsor, Gportal. You can save 10% with my link at jiroctheviking.com/Gportal.